do several ministries. We started with the Time to Heal. That's our nonprofit ministry. We branched off there because we have a healing ministry to heal people, like when they're sick, when they go through emotional problems, whatever, because I've had a life of abuse. My son was born with only 2 chambers in his heart. God allowed him to graduate with honors last year. That was a sensational miracle because doctors said he wouldn't even live to be a year old. So the kid's still with us. He is waiting for a heart transplant. But so we saw, we had another child that was affected by a demonic spirit. I don't know if anybody's ever been attacked by a demonic spirit, but it can happen in Christian homes. And it happened to our child. So we lived through all of these things. So we just go and minister to people about various things. But then when we got these dogs, well, Snickers happened to wander under my van one day. I wasn't going to have any pets. I told my kids we have a brand new house. I'm not going to have any dogs. I don't care. You know, he ran underneath my van in the middle of traffic. God has a tendency to change your life when you least expect it. And he jumped into my daughter's arms, got his muddy poppins over her brand new white shirt. And she said, "Ma, can we keep him one night?" That was 7 years ago. We kept him one night plus 7 years. No. So anyways, I said, well, we'll keep him one night. Well, the next day, I called the pound. They were full. They would have to put him down right then. They said, you can place an ad in the paper, and if nobody claims him in 5 days, he's yours. The dog was horrible. I didn't like him. He spewed his butt across the floor, did all these annoying things. I'm like, ah! He jumped on my furniture. He wanted to sleep with me. He followed me everywhere. I tried to lose him on a walk. I'm like, loser, get out of here. I couldn't get rid of him. I told my husband, I got back in the yard before he did. I took him on a 3-mile walk downtown. This dog, I said, I lost him, honey. This dog comes traipsing in 15 minutes later going, I'm like, oh my gosh. So, okay, that was in the first few days I had him. You know, I was really mean. I was like, I just didn't want this dog. So God wanted this dog in our lives, and I had no idea what God's plans were at that time. But anyways, to make a long story short, on the 5th and final day, when I thought this dog was ours, and we loved him so much, even me, I loved him. Absolutely did. By the 5th day, he just worked his way right into my heart. I thought, a dog that can find me through 3 miles of downtown traffic and come into the yard like he owns it, he's mine. You know? So anyways, we're at church. We get home. There's this message on our machine. I think you got my dog. His name is Snickers. We were calling him Buddy or something. So I called the lady back, and sure enough, he came to Snickers, and he met the description, and I was like, oh God, my heart was breaking. And now I was crying because I wanted this dog. So we're all crying over lunch, and she shows up at our door, and she says, well, she was really pregnant. And she showed me the scar on her arm. She says, he bit me anyway. She goes, here's a shot record, you can just have it. And I'm like, he bit you anyway? And I guess she had a lot of kids, you know, a lot of other dogs, and obviously he ran away. And you know what? I ran away too when I was 13 years old. And I was abused. I had no idea that I was going to get an abused runaway dog. And I would be sharing my story with his story. We are so much alike. Do you know, this dog is so smart. Yeah, I'm smart too. Later on, I went back to school, and I got a GED, went to college, became an award-winning Christian author. You guys are all smart because you know what? You're doing a lot better than I am. You're staying in school. You're coming to church. You're doing the things I didn't do. So that's what I think is really cool. And I'm really glad that you guys are all here tonight.